Yeah, it's Johnny Grube from wildmantraining.com. Man, I love to see a little bit of activity here, and it seems like I get a lot of activity when I hit a soft spot with people. I very rarely ever comment in people's videos other than, nice job, or I give it a thumbs up. If I don't agree with them, there's no reason for me to really, because I don't really care. I'm usually listening to people to just hear a different opinion, the way people think. The fact that men today use the red pill, blue pill, and black pill is kind of weird, because I've never seen The Matrix, but I understand what it is. When I grew up, and at least my time, and times before me, I think most people grew up with the red pill, if you would call it. They had to, because nobody really wanted to hear your excuses. Nobody wanted to hear why you failed. They just wanted to know what you're going to do about it to fix it. Nobody patted you on the back and cried victim. But today, it seems that men who do not want to take responsibility, and think about this. Think about the guys out there that continually complain. They blame their women, they blame their girlfriend, they blame their boss, they blame the guy at the store. They're always constantly blaming people for their fuck-ups. And yet they never look in the mirror. There's always that one person at the scene of the crime, and it's you. Not saying there's not bitchy women, because obviously we know there are. And I hear about how strong men had these women and stuff like that. I've said this before. I've said it to men before, when they are getting divorced and they say, oh yeah, she became a bitch. I'm like, no dude, she's always been a bitch. We tried to tell you she's a bitch. You didn't want to hear it, so you married her and then you got fucked. Okay? Now, when I was growing up, let's just say high school, all my friends I hung out with, my close friends, the guys I trained with in the gym, these were my closest friends. Most of them became cops, one a postal worker, and another a pipe fitter. Every single one of them guys are still married. How can that fucking be? Every one of my friends that I grew up in, that I was close with in high school, are married to the same woman. Now, I have two other friends that I met at a job, and they've been my friends for 20 years, whatever. Two of them guys are divorced. And never once did I ever hear either one of them complain that it was their wife's fault, or even complain about their wives. They dealt with it, got along, they didn't go to me looking for an arm around them, we talked about it, their situation, and that was it, and they moved forward. And, they're doing fine. Doing fine. The fact is that I'm around, people say I'm out of touch, so let's see. Every day I'm around blue collar, white collar, college kids, women. I'm around people all day long of all different things, different careers. I'm around the blue collar, the white collar. I'm around these people. I talk to these people. I talk to cops. I talk to engineers. I talk to truck drivers. I talk to pipe fitters. I talk to electricians. I talk to plumbers. I talk to college kids. I do this every day, and I have for years. Okay, I have that. I can get around. I'm around these types of people every day. I think most people, they're in a little bubble, and they find most of the stuff is on YouTube or things they read. I'm actually out there with people. I know what's going on. I know how shitty people are. I can see it. Men are weak. They're going to continue to be weak until we decide we need to be strong again. If you want to make an excuse to why you're weak, then you go ahead. If you want to blame women for it, go ahead. Okay? Let's hope that somewhere down the road you'll grow a set of balls and be able to stand back up and become strong and say, I'm not taking any shit. I thought back in the day when I got married. I was married at 17 years old the first time. And obviously, 17-year-old marriages don't, when you're 17, don't usually work out. And I'm going to tell you a little bit how I was. 17 years old with a kid in my own apartment. So I was a junior or something like that in high school still. My buddy came, knocked on the door. We were supposed to go to the gym. My wife at the time yells down, because we were arguing, of course, that's what 17-year-olds do. She said, if you leave the house, it's over. Last thing she heard was the door slam. That's right, because if whatever she did, it wouldn't have mattered, because there would have been a girl around the corner I could have went for. It didn't make a difference. Okay, men today, they would never do that. Oh, honey, please don't be angry with me, because they allow this. Okay? Men got to stand, man. You got to stand on your principles, your values. You don't go back on it just because you're getting pussy. You better hope I don't ever write a book on masculinity. A lot of motherfuckers will be upset later.